is we're using for registering new users, and it generates post requests to the server. So if we type here Alice password, and then some email, and we click on the post, notice that it generates a post request over to the server using this URL, and it receives a 200 from the server saying that this was successful. Notice that it passes the information as JSON data, and right now it's responding just with a simple string saying hello from register service. So right now that implementation is right here. This is the server that declares that post handling, right? That's the URL that we are mapping it to, and right now it's just not currently parsing any data from the request. It's just responding with a hard-coded string. So we need to configure this server to be able to respond to the to be able to parse out the JSON from the request, so that it can do some more processing with the actual data that is being passed to. So to handle that, we're going to have to configure Express to be able to parse out the information. So to do that, let's go to the API reference and let's look for body parser. Parsing, there it is. So for that, we're going to need a couple of libraries that we're going to load and then configure them. So it's these over here. So let's copy that. Let's go back to our code and let's paste it right here. There it is. We're loading the new body parser and the Multer packages, modules, and then they're being configured right here. Let's configure them right under our configuration of our public static content directory. So let's remove these comments. This configuration of those two modules. We're saying that yes, we want to parse out the JSON content from the body. The JSON that is being sent over from the client is embedded inside of the HTTP body, and by default, Express doesn't know how to parse that out from the body. So these two additional modules will configure Express to be able to do that. I notice that we're using two new modules. We don't have them currently. Let's stop the server and let's install those new modules. Let's say right now we can look at the current package that are installed. Here it says that we're only depending on Express, and it's being installed in the Node modules. Notice that we only have Express in there. So let's install those two new packages. They're called body parser. We'll say npm install body parser, and we'll say save. That's going to update the package JSON file. So just to say that this particular project depends on that module. So let's do that. So it's going to download the library body parser and copy it over, and in order to also make a note inside of the notice that in the Node modules that that's where the source has been, the binaries have been installed. Also, we look at the package. Notice that right now we do depend on the body parser module. Let's do the same thing with Multer. Say npm install Multer, save. And if we do, we look at the Node modules, notice that Multer is also, that's for handling form data. And we also notice that if we look at the package right now, it also has Multer installed as well. So now that it's installed, this code will run, right? These two have been loaded, they have been configured. Now that they've been configured, we can actually extract the information from the body. So the data that we're passing is in the body, in the request, right? And we can copy it over to a local variable, say user, and we can echo, right? We can say maybe console.log. We can just log it to the console, or we can just echo it to the incoming client. On the client request, we can just respond with whatever the client sends us. Instead, really what we want to do is store it in a database. But for now, we're just going to echo it back to the client. let's restart the server. Node server. Let's go back. It's missing node. It requires middleware function. App use. What is it missing? Lib app. Server passport experiment. Let's see. What are we missing here? Alter app express require body parser. Let's see, did we copy something wrong here? App require body parser, alter, parser JSON. Are we in the right directory? Let's see, where are we? We're on the server. And application. App use express public. I just removed Malter here. We don't actually need it for now. So let's go back here and let's try this again. Let's reload this and let's go to the network. Let's clear this and see if we can send some information over. We'll say Alice, some password, and some email. And let's send the register. Okay, and notice that it echoes the information that we send over. Notice that it also prints it to the console, right, of the server, Node server, and echoes the information that we passed in this form. So there you go. So we've been able to, from the server, we've been able to retrieve the information that was passed from the client. Now we have to focus on how to store this information in a database, and we'll do that in the next video.